I would take it even further and say that really you need to ask yourself, if you're a senior living facility, what platforms do your peers use? What are other organizations like you using? And what you're going to increasingly find is Sage Intacct is what they're using. So it's not even just a matter of being in a position where you have a financial package that can work very well for you, but as you're sharing best practices with other organizations similar to yours, this is the platform they're going to be using. Therefore, it should be the platform you're using as you're moving forward. Another factor could come into play if what if down the road you want to be acquired by somebody. Again, being on the same ERP platform for many years as someone who perhaps would be either a merger or an acquisition of you, you're going to want to make sure that you're on a common ERP platform. So again, using the same system that organizations like yours using is going to be important in many regards. Intellitec Solutions, we've been working with Sage Intacct for over 15 years. We've been working with senior living facilities for 20 years. We started off pretty simple. We installed an ERP solution for one of our clients. We had some know-how on how to build out reports that they were going to need. It got to the point where we were doing this so often, we became experts in doing this, which in turn allowed us to have access to the point-click care team to build out integrations. The way I always like to explain this to people is you're not working with a company that installed Sage Intacct for a manufacturer or distributor last month, and now you're going to pay us to get up to speed on what it is you do. We understand this. You're not going to have to pay us. I always like to tell people, if you have to explain to your consultant what a PPD report is, you're working with the wrong consultant. This is what we do. We understand senior living. We understand the reports you're going to need. We understand the integrations and the touch points you're going to need. You're not going to pay us to get up to speed. We understand what it is you need. We can make recommendations you probably haven't even thought of. Luther Care's current president of the organization, she had been the CFO. She literally was in tears when I saw her at Leading Age this past fall, and just said, she literally was saying, I just never could do what I've done without your help. I mean, she was the CFO of the organization. Now she's the president of the organization. She was eternally grateful what Sage Intacct and Intellitec were able to do for her. She said, I never could be where I am right now without the help and the guidance and the power and the tools that you gave me to do my job as a CFO better. She has now segued that into a leadership role. And the beauty of it is the person who had been the controller stepped into being the CFO. The person who had been in charge of AP has now stepped up into the controller. Everybody took a step up in their roles in their organization with what we've been able to do, help them do with Sage Intacct. And at the end of the day, it feels good when you're helping people that are good people do better in their job and advance in their careers.